It's January 1st, 2019. Michael Hyatt sits at his home office in Nashville, coffee steaming beside him, the new year staring back like a blank canvas. But this isn't just any year's first day. It's the moment he's about to lay down a blueprint aiming to turn 2019 into his best year ever. How exactly do you go from vague hopes to laser-focused, life-changing goals? Stick around, because Hyatt's system might just crack the code you've been chasing. Without clarity, your best year shrivels into hopeful wishes. Hyatt insists clarity isn't just knowing, it's the fuel for everything else. But how do you get it? Here's how he crystallizes your vision into an unstoppable force. Hyatt tells the story of a client named Sarah, a marketing executive drowning in distractions. At first, her goals were fluffy: grow career, be healthier. But when they dug deeper, she wrote a precise vision. By December, she'd lead a six-figure campaign at a Fortune 500 firm and run a 10K without stopping. That vivid image suddenly made the path clear. Think of clarity as the GPS of goal setting. Without a destination, you wander aimlessly. Hyatt compares vague goals to driving without setting a route. Sure, you keep moving, but you might end up in a ditch or a dead end. Clear goals, they plot the route, highlight traffic jams, and reroute you swiftly. This mechanism keeps your brain from burning calories on doubt and second-guessing. The payoff is stark. Sarah went from exhausted multitasker to a laser-focused dynamo. Her productivity tripled, and by year-end, she not only hit her sales target but got promoted. Clarity doesn't just light a path, it turbocharges your engine and winnows out the noise around you. Knowing what you want isn't half the battle, actually chasing it is. Hyatt dissects motivation so you stop starting and never stop. What's the secret to turning fiery interest into relentless action? Let's break it down. Michael recalls a story about James, who struggled to stick with his goal of writing a book. Instead of deadlines, James connected deeply with the why. He wanted his children to inherit a legacy of courage and grit. This emotional anchor transformed write a book from a chore into a calling that got him typing every day before dawn. Hyatt likens motivation to a fire in a brick kiln. It doesn't constantly burn hot but smolders, fed by dry wood your emotions, and bursts to roaring flames as you add fresh fuel. The emotional hook, fear, joy, legacy, are that fuel. When tied consciously to your goals, this fire keeps you warm and urgent, even when the wind of distraction blows hard. Here's the payoff. Hyatt points out that James didn't write a novel overnight, but little by little his pages piled up. Each small win, every chapter finished, built unstoppable momentum and rewired his identity from someone who procrastinates to someone who creates. That shift, Hyatt insists, is the real magic. You can have clarity and motivation but still fail if your system's out of whack. Hyatt's secret weapon, a practical, research-backed method to design your environment and habits so they work for you, not against you. In the book, Hyatt shares how he transformed his chaotic workdays by creating weekly and monthly rhythms, specific days dedicated to review, planning, and learning. For example, every Friday afternoon was sacred for reflecting on wins and adjusting tactics. This ritual eliminated overwhelm and turned goals into manageable steps. Hyatt compares guardrails to sturdy railroad ties. They keep the train, your efforts, on track even when conditions get rough. These include choosing your immediate environment carefully, batching distractions, and setting boundaries like no email after 7 p.m. This doesn't kill freedom, it directs it, channeling your willpower into smart systems. The payoff feels almost magical. Regular rituals create a success snowball where you find yourself eagerly anticipating your review days because they're celebrations, not chores. Hyatt says this emotional reward supercharges perseverance, making your best year ever feel not like drudgery, but like the most rewarding adventure you've ever had. Remember the blank canvas back on January 1st? Now you've seen how Hyatt's system sketches the outline, colors it with motivation, and frames it with habits that stick. Your best year ever doesn't just happen. It's designed, built, and fueled every day by choices you can start making right now. So grab a notebook, write one vivid goal that matters deeply, then set your first weekly review date. Trust me, that's how you begin winning. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.